Oh, hello there. Or, hi. I'm Sony. Sony for short. I'm the author or an artist of No Job for No Hero, which I assume you already know if you're here. Well, I've been thinking about what kind of content I can make beyond the comics, and I realized I could make videos about the process. That stuff behind the curtain that you don't usually see. That's, well, the first of it. So for something exciting and good, I brought a boring piece of background for inking. If you read the first issue, you probably recognize it. It's the background on the second page. And most of my work on that chapter was already done by this point, is already done by this point. But not this one. And I thought it would be interesting to ink it here. Well, it's late at night. I got a flu, which makes my voice twice as annoying as normal. I am weirded out by the fact that I'm speaking to a camera. I don't know how to react to it. So feel free to mute me. I will not judge you. I wouldn't even know. I got no lights. In fact, I'm improvising some, and a terrible support for my phone. It dangles the damn thing if I move weird. See? But yeah, let's start it. Let's do it. Anyway, as you can see here, I have the. Okay, let me just stop the phone a bit. All right. As you can see here, I've got the background that I've been talking about, and it's on a different piece of paper. As I mentioned, you probably recognize it. It's from the second and third panel on the second page, and it's on an A4 paper, which it's not usually what I do when I'm making comics. Let me get some. Okay. Usually when I'm making comics, I use A3 paper, which is considerably bigger, as you can see. But this time is different. And there's a reason for that. I'm going to repeat this background. It's on the second and third panel. So I am a bit less stupid than last time. And I don't want to draw it twice. So I'm going to make it and ink it on a separate piece of paper. And then I'm going to stitch it together on the software. Because last time I got the originals for last time here, as I guess it's late to mention it, but No Job for No Hero, it's a passion project of mine that I started 5 years ago, and I then realized I didn't know how to make comics. But I'm deciding to just go ahead now, so I got the originals for the first chapter here. And as you can see, wait, let me, alright. As you can see, I did draw the background thrice, which was a pain in the ass. And this time, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna ink it. So, let's start. Gloves up. No. No. Gloves are important so you don't smear oil from your skin on the page. which can lead to not so good things. Alright, for this specific piece, this specific panel, I'm going to use fine liners. I don't usually have a preferred method. For this comic, I've been using a lot of quills and nibs, not a lot of fine liners, but since I want a more steady, a steady line art for this specific piece, and I don't want to draw attention to it, I'm just going to with the safe choice. So let's do it. I don't usually have a... Oh, so weird to be talking to a camera, sorry. I don't usually have a preferred place to start. I'm going to be rotating the paper quite a bit. I'm not one of those artists that can do it without rotating. I need to rotate the paper, otherwise I can't draw. Well, I don't usually have a system or a process for that. I just go with what I'm feeling, and it just felt right to be to begin here. I'm using a punch tool, not too thin. Whenever I use fine lines for characters, I usually go thinner, which is not a good choice actually. But I'm kind of a maniac for this. I see people drawing with 0.4, 0.5, 0.3 is good, safe, it's nice. But let's just go with the 0.2. Alright. And rotate the paper again. Oh, no, actually no. No. I guess this is going to be weirdly specific, will have a weirdly specific benefit for me, because I will be able to know how long I take on something like that. And it's not something I keep track of, which I should. Keeping track of things that you do and keeping track of how long you take for each panel, it's actually quite useful to planning stuff. But I'm not that good at planning. Okay. A better artist than me would probably make a continuous line from here to there. But I'm actually not that sure with those kind of stuff. And to make things worse, I have a particular distaste for rulers. The governmental type and the types you draw with. I think it makes the drawing boring when you just... I'm sorry if you do use them, but I don't use rulers to ink to make the final steps of the art. I sometimes use it to measure and to make the lines, but whenever I need to, well, whenever I know, most of the times that I need, I will just freehand it. Alright. just hope I can finish this quickly so I can go to sleep. I have work tomorrow. In fact, it's late at night. I just came from a 9-hour shift. Yeah, 9-hour shift. So pardon me. Oh fuck. Pardon me if I'm not the best right now when it comes to those stuff. In any case, this is a simple background. Not every background needs to be elaborated. In fact, I had this problem when I began making comics, I guess, that I had this need to make every single background perfect and have an impact on the reader. And sometimes you just need a background to, well, to do its job. So, to be there. So the reader don't get weirded out by it. I was talking to my brother the other day, and he said that he hated reading Chainsaw Man because the artists sometimes go pages and pages without making the background, and it's something actually quite common in manga. Not that common in American comics. Not that common. It happens. And well, it's something common with me. Sometimes I'm just not in the mood for drawing them. Alright. Okay. Well, we are on 12 minutes already. I draw a lot with my wrist. Sorry, as you may guess, English is not my first language. I draw a lot with my wrist and not a lot with my arm. Also, I have some vices drawing that are not optimal, but I can't seem to get rid of them. Backgrounds are quite something for me because they clash with all the weaknesses I have, all the weaknesses I have as an artist. Perspective or composition. Backgrounds are hard, that's the point. And well, I usually would rather not do them, but I cannot afford to just leave everything without a background. In any case, alright, we got the quest board, which I think is the main piece. Let's just go ahead and do this wall over here with the point 2 also. The point here is not really to draw attention from the reader. It's really just to fill the page. And in fact, it's better if it's not filled with a lot of stuff, not to distract it. Also, there will be speech bubbles. I was going to say speech balloons. And characters here. And I actually think I fucked up because I made it a bit larger than I needed, but it's alright. It's better to be more of it than to be lacking. Okay, let's go with this stone bricks here. Let's just get the shape of them right now. Oh, I'm so fucking hot, I hope I'm not sweating on the page. Right. Honestly, if you ask me how the house behind the questboard looks like, I probably would not be able to answer to you. It's not something that exists even on my notes, and I usually tend to go a bit overboard on the planning and on the pencil stage, because the more I work on the pencil stage, the less I need to work on the inking stage. But not with these, it seems. So a lot of this is really just work. It really just work to finish it. Well, for this bush right here, actually I'm going to use a different pen, and it is a gel pen. And the reason it's because the point of this gel pen is a ballpoint, and I can put a bit more pressure. I have quite a heavy hand when it comes to those stuff. I keep breaking which is the reason why I like quills. That's the reason why I keep breaking the fine liners, especially the thin ones. So I'm just going to go here and roughly do it. It's important not to make it too uniform, and you can leave gaps. Well, I can leave gaps because I'm the one doing. By the way, this is not necessarily a tutorial. I don't think I'm qualified to teach you how to do stuff. Just feel like I can show you how I do if you are curious. Curious. God damn. English sometimes can be quite hard. Alright. This reminds me of the comics I used to read when I was a child. The Monica's Gang comics, which I recently was informed it's called Monica's Gang outside here. Yes, by the way, is it called Monica's Gang? I don't. I was really obsessed with it, which is good. It got me into reading, which is nice. I like to be able to read, man. Alright, for the leaves here, I'm gonna do the same, and mostly because those have some repetitive patterns, and it will work better if I put a bit of weight on them. And well, you do you, I'll do me, but for me, it will work better. And then again, this as you can see, they're not perfect leaves. I'm not drawing every single bit of them. But when the background is not the focus of the stuff, well, then you can take some liberties like I did, which is not always, sometimes the background is the focus, especially if you are making, for instance, an establishing shot. An establishing shot will, well, will inform the reader of where, usually when the story, the piece is. So because of it is good that the establishing shot, it's well done. It's good for you to put some bit of effort on it. Alright. Alright, this little leaf here. Happy little bush. And, well, there wasn't another leaf here with the pencils, as you can see. But I think I'm gonna put it anyway. Which might be a mistake, by the way. But it's alright. There are no mistakes, just happy little accidents. Alright. Alright. So the trick here is to make first the leaves that are on top of the others. And then you come in filling. If I were painting this with watercolor, I would kind of do the same. I would do just a wash here, and then I would add more and more washes for the rest of the leaves. If it makes sense to you, maybe it doesn't. Oh man, it's been quite some time since I've even touched a watercolor set. I guess more than a year. This last year I've been quite, well, busy with all the stuff, with life, my jobs. But I've been focusing on trying to make this project happen. However it happened. I'm honestly more focused on making sure that at the end of it I can just say, oh well, I tried. I made the comic I wanted to make, and if it's good or not, well, that's another story. Well, wait, that's the story. That's my story I want to tell. But still, that's another story. Alright. Oh, fuck. Everything's under control here. Honestly, when I'm drawing repetitive pieces, like this one is, you can spot when I give up. I'm just trying to then just start doing random stuff. And it's probably about it. I'm ready to give up. Honestly, these leaves, they probably were a bad choice. And I'm realizing now, but hey, that's alright. Okay, let's just make these front ones. Let's just see if I can save them. And I think I'm going just some more here. Alright, but now let's change the pen. Let's use a thinner pen. Let's see if I even have one here. let's see the point tool. Yeah, the point tool is slightly thinner. So the leaves on the background don't draw, the leaves on the back of the background don't draw so much attention. And if they do, fuck it. Hey, sometimes I will allow myself of not having a good panel. Actually, no, not exactly. Every panel is not going to be the way I want it to be, which is normal. It's nice. It's important for me to manage my expectations about my work, so I can develop a nice, healthy relationship with it, which was exactly my problem the last time I tried to make this comic. And hey, I tried to be stupid just once and learn from my mistakes. Okay. Alright, and I'm gonna darken here. Do this here, darken here. I'm gonna put little leaf here. Little leaf here. Here and here. But, well, okay. Well, could be better, could be worse. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter that much. It's going to be mostly hidden. Well, I'll make an effort then fixing the stuff. Well, let's go for the. Why did I put the lid on this one? The cap. It's not the lid, it's the cap. They're the same word in Portuguese, but I still have to go through this. Oh fuck! The pen is dying on me. As I'm making this, I'm thinking about how if I even dream of editing this on my computer will just burst into flames spontaneously. My computer is like an 11-year-old laptop that I got from when I just got into college, so it's quite outdated and it's doing his best. And man, he tries. Alright. The pen is. It's. Well, this pen is about to die. It's going to die soon. So it's better if I just buy another as soon as I can. Another point two. I'll sort this, but not right now. it's it's too late for me to get out of house. Alright. It's too many. I've been looking at the paper. I don't know if I'm even filming this properly. I'm not used to drawing like this. In fact, I'm not used to drawing without music. I feel like I'm missing something. Okay, this paper. Alright. We got here done. We got here. So I'm just going to wait a bit until the ink fully dries. I don't want to smudge it because I'm just going to run through the whole thing with an eraser. But well, just why would I do that? This is from the first time I did. And well, actually I learned quite a lot of stuff. But one of the things I regretted a lot when I did was the wood knots and the wood, you know, the wood texture. I felt like it wasn't quite right, and in fact it distracted more than it helped. So when I was getting ready to ink this, I thought to myself, well, let's not do it again. Even though there are some bits of it that I like on the first page, there's this little small bit that I think, whoa, that was quite well done. As you can see, I've added the halftones with a marker, which was not a great idea, but was the only idea I had at the time. Alright, let's just erase a bit so I can see where I need to correct. Well, I'm not the methodic of an artist. I go it, I do it, and then I erase and see where my mistakes are, and I fix them. I in fact should have a duster somewhere here, so I don't keep rubbing my greasy hands on the paper. Let's see it here. Well, they say the proper way to erase is to pull in the opposite direction from your hands. And sometimes I can do that, sometimes I just forget and fuck up the entire page. By the way, I'm drawing on the original, and I guess a lot of artists will be able to do it on digitally. I'm not a great drawing digitally, so I do everything traditionally, and then I add the halftones and the rest of it on the software. Alright, let me just push it here. And so I constantly draw on the originals. If I make a mistake, it's going to be on the original. All original pages I have here left are fully inked. They had pencils, and they were inked. Alright, so as I see, I should thicken a bit of the lines and the contours right here to separate it from the background. And I should have probably just done the first time with the thicker pen. But well, if you don't do it right the first time, do it the second. Or third time is the charm. God damn it, I'm so tired. Alright. It's getting hot in here. I'm sweating all over the page. Also, I hope nobody outside the Zoom is hearing me talking like a maniac too. A lovely audience. If you're listening to this, you're a lovely person. But on my point of view, I'm talking to a phone. And I guess that's quite weird for me. Talking to nobody. Okay. Okay, here we have a little bit on this hat. Okay, we fix it. Down and down. Oh, it's not done, but it's getting there. All right. That's one of the other reasons I didn't want to use quills for that, because of the continuous lines. As I said, I'm an artist who draws a lot with the wrist and fingers, and I'm not that good at drawing with the elbow or the shoulder. I really admire those who can. So those continuous lines, I feel like I can do them better with other types of pen. Alright. So for the string here, I'm just going to thicken it and wrap it properly. And then I'll add some hatching, just to add some volume. Okay. Down. Down. See, I'm reaching my limit with the wrist right here. See, I just bend and bend, and now I can't do it anymore. Also, I have this thing that I grip the pencil on the pen weirdly. I guess it's weirdly or not. I've seen artists do it wrong, and I have this weird, well, writing grip. You gotta grip it like I write it, but okay, I'm getting there. All right. I'm trying to do this with the least amount of cuts possible, because I don't know how I'll be able to edit this video, so we probably will have like a single cut or not at all. The top. Okay. fix here, it's not connecting, but now it is. Okay, we'll fix this. I guess it's not that efficient the way I'm doing. I'm going back over my lines and still, as I said, I have a lot of problems with backgrounds. Okay. Oh, we're heading on into 40 minutes. That's too long. I'll try to finish it before an hour. Fix it here, fix it here. And fix it here. I'm just going to spin this paper. Alright, so of course it lacks the letters here. Anyway, yes, you've probably seen there. The texture here, when I envisioned it, I wanted to do it as blanks, but I felt it would be simpler if I just texture it like a corkboard. Will be simpler for me, will be simpler for you, and well, won't makes a bit will not make a lot of sense when it comes to why someone was trying to fix a poster on a corkboard with a hammer. But that's none of my business. Well, that's actually my business. That's 100% my business. I don't want to go heavy on texture, mainly because I don't want to stay here texturing the entire night. I want to finish this and I want to get into my bed and take some nice 3 hours of sleep before I wake up. Refreshing. Most of those dots here are just so your eyes don't get lonely on all this empty space. I will just randomly add them. I don't know for the stones. Well, I could just ink them with a fine liner. If I can find it. But I can't find anything today. Anyway, let's see if the 0.05 it's going to work. I think it's going to be too thin. Well, let's go to the 0.2 again. Then again, I don't want to go overboard with the texture. As I mentioned, this is not some panel that the reader should focus, which I guess it may be weird for me to be making an entire video inking it if, hey, it's not important. What's the deal? Well, the deal is that I was without panels to ink, mostly. Most of them were already inked. And I didn't want to just start with something from the second chapter. I will get there. In time I'll get there. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I would love to just, even though I hate hatching, I hate doing it, my wrist hurts, and I don't feel like I'm good or competent in that. But I feel like I could just go overboard with those stone bricks. By the way, they don't even make sense on this construction, but I guess this video's message is going to be held. If I can do a comic, you can do a comic also, but anyway, let's add some. Okay, let's connect here. It wasn't connected. Let's add some noise here. I like adding cracks into walls because it makes your eyes just feel like, oh, there's still a wall here. I don't want you to just forget that here's a wall also. It's the same wall that here. I could in fact add a window or something, but that will be distracting and probably not to a good use. Let's hatch this. I'm hatching as much as I can because, well, I have some things about overusing screen tones. Well, as you've probably seen, my comic uses screen tones for halftones, and they are nice. I like them. I like manga art, but sometimes using them overboard can generate a lot of noise, and it can in fact impact the readability of the comic because of the Moire effect. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's a French word. And I don't want that. So I avoid it as I can and use it sporadically. So what I can hatch, I will hatch. Even if I hate hatching. Alright, it's all coming together. I don't feel like I'm going to add the posters. I don't think I'm going to draw the posters. If I did the first time, it was a pain. I liked it. I put a little me on this one and it was fun. But I don't know if I'm gonna do it. Maybe I'll do it off camera. Well, you read it, you tell me. I don't know. Which is fun. You who read it know something that I, who am me who's doing it, do not know yet. Excuse me. I'm still coughing from the flu. Alright, so as I said, I'm not gonna add a lot of grain on the wood, but I still need to add some texture on it, and I don't want to add it this way. Sorry, I don't want to add this way. I'm going to add it the way of the way of the wood piece. All right, and that's funny because this here was a mistake, but it will come in handy. Not to go overboard with it. There's probably a science to it that I am not following. I'm just going with instinct and gut feeling. So, all right. A lot of the work of the artist, well, at least for me, who draws with ink, it's not about what to draw, but mostly what not to draw. And if you draw, you're probably thinking that's obvious, but if you don't, you're probably thinking, what do I mean by that? Because I could draw every single line on this piece of wood, but it would not necessarily make a better drawing than the one I'm making. Because the important thing is for you to read it as a piece of wood. If you bat your eye quickly and your brain just automatically go, oh, that's wood, I'm A-okay, I'm done with it. That's what I'm going for. I'm leaving things loose as I can. All right. No, God, almost an hour. add some more noise here. Some here. Actually, when I planted this bush, it had flowers in it, but I don't feel like drawing them. I feel like there would be too much information. Let's go with the lettering. Okay. I regret the Q. I really hate drawing S's. To me, they're the hardest letter to draw. And this is it. By the way, I'm drawing the letters. I'm not writing, because goddamn, you haven't seen my writing. All right. I think I'm mostly done here. It took me a lot more than I expected, but yeah, I don't think adding or messing around with it will make it a better drawing, and I can live with it. So, if you're here, thank you for watching. And, well, I see you next time. I hope I have something more interesting to ink or to show you. Okay? Thank you for watching. Have a great night, day, or evening. Goodbye.